We're only halfway through. I'm not much for discussing the old days, but since it's come up, I might as well clear up the confusion. It was back when piracy was at its peak. The coves, what protected the cold, were them dambers, the best lads and lasses to be had from across the pirate cruise. They bit back the goods that was wrongly bitten, and came for the guilty under the cover of darkness. Upright thief became the title for these coves, what deal with sanctioned stealing and milling, but it was only those that had cut all ties with the buccaneer's life that was accepted into the ranks, conflicting loyalties and all that. They formed their own guild, and even their own way of speaking, and what was once pirates was pirates no more. Later on, when Merwib took the admiral's chair, these upright thieves agreed to abide by her laws. We became the Rogues Guild, marked the change, and altered our recruiting policy to keep adventurers like yourself. But although the title is different, the job remains the same. Uphold the code and preserve the underground society that spawned us. And the job gets done. Just as you've done with this assignment, keep up the good work, Meteor, and you'll go far in the shadows. This is all trash. I don't want your trash. I don't want your trash. Level 10. Okay, I may have overestimated how fast I needed to level. Now, it is a fine day, Meteor. A fine day for a spot of work. Wouldn't you agree? This time around, it seems some eager buccaneers scampered aboard local merchantmen and made off with a shipment of muskets. Now, seeing as it ain't lawful to claw from a Lamenson vessel to begin with, the Yellow Jackets fell upon them daft coves before their boots was even dry. They caught the pirates right there on the docks, but the stolen boomsticks were nowhere to be found. Fenced in a longboat deal, I'm thinking. That's when our guild was officially contracted to retrieve the goods, which weren't really needful since the code would have had us on the job anyway. You don't bite the purses of your fellow Lamensons and all that. So this is your assignment, Minati lad. Find out where them weapons went, and bite that shipment back. Seeing as the cutters as hit the merchantmen are already rotting in irons, you needn't rush in with your stabbers a stabbing. I want this job handled quick and quiet, and I've the perfect partner to show you how it's done. Well, get in here. This here's Vikib, the Stray. Ain't no other rogue can match her in the arts of skulking. A pleasure. There's some problem, Vikib? You seem a bit out of sorts. I'm bloody starving. I had one of them finger sandwiches set aside, you know. Those egg-filled tasties they make at the Bismarck, cut in onto little corners with the toothpicks in it and surrounded by a little thing of chips. Maybe it turned outward so the chips sit on the inside, you know. So good. Maybe you fill it with soup. Oh, but when I got back from my work, it was bloody gone. Oh, that was Vikib's? I thought it was Underfoot's. Well, you just head out on the job and I'll see if I can turn up what missing sandwich by the time you return. All right, Jack. All right. Oh, one more little detail you should know. Them muskets was meant for the Yellow Jackets' armory, so once all is bob, you can hand the goods to one of their coals directly. We can start whenever you're ready, Meteor. I've had a colleague keeping a wattle out for aught that might help us, but I suggest we have a few words with her first. You'll find her at Hylian Poison as a fishmonger. You're gonna need to replace that sandwich, Jack. You better replace it. She's gonna be pissed. Come on. Let's... She's posing as a fishmonger, so is she down here? No. She's gonna be upstairs monging the fish. Okay. Oh. Hello there, sir. We've carp and trout, lobster and shrimp, but I hear you've been looking for a special breed of fish. The long, skinny kind that'll bark put a bloke on his ass. We don't sell that kind here, but you might try the foreign merchants. What was it called again? Ah, the Traders of Edge. They hail from the South Sea Isles, and are known for dealing in all types of nasty spitters and cutters. I should warn you, these folks ain't ones for questioning the source of their merchandise. In fact, they seem more than happy to pay for goods what came from below docks, so to speak. But you're still keen to get your hands on those rare fish, then you best hurry. The edge merchant what's visiting Limpsa look to load up and leave city all long. Just how you means to transport these goods remains a mystery, though. What with the iron blades it's got nursing its operation, it makes it hard for a girl to get close enough to keep an eyeball on the competition it does. I'll be sure to keep an eye peeled on your behalf. But it'll be as you can learn a little more from folk around town. From the South Sea Isles, which is also where Arcanists come from, which is also the northern edge of Mercidia. Oh, look who it is. Traders from the Edge, eh? Well, if one of their merchants has been staying in the city, then someone will know something to point us in the right direction. The trick is to listen without being seen. You'd be surprised how the Coles cackle when they think no one else is about. We'll focus on the places that see plenty of traffic. You can have the Bismarck and the ferry docks and Eastalker's Alley. I'll try me luck in a few other spots, then meet you in front of the guild when I'm done. Remember, keep hidden, keep quiet, and keep your wattles open. Alright. How about here? That seems good. Ah. Nice and secret. Gerulf. Right there. Oh. Garolf is speaking in a low but lively tone to a nearby customer. Approach him while cloaked by your hide ability and attempt to eavesdrop on his exhortations. An excellent choice! Might I also direct your gaze to these items on the bottom? Ah, another customer. Welcome, welcome. Did you see aught you like? Pray and stay and browse your heart's content. Don't mind me. I'm super sneaky. Alright. You have quite the eye for quality, sir. We've a splendid range of produce from every corner of Eorzea, but one cannot simply visit Limsa Lemensa without sampling some of the local specialties. Would you perhaps care for some freshly squeezed Lenosian orange juice, or perhaps our famed salt cod is more your taste? Oh. I was ready for him to be the guy. He doesn't seem to be the guy. How about... back downstairs. By the fish. Curse my sense of duty. Would that I had stayed at the wench for that extra pint instead of returning early. I didn't ask to see anyone being bribed, and certainly not my relief pilots. I wonder what that merchant was about. Smuggling, most likely. Oh. Should I report this to the Yellow Jackets? But what if I'm being watched? I could end up face down in the harbor. Alright. Nailed it. One more. Cool. And then... Shade shift. I mean, hide. Ugh. That sneer on that customer's face. Does he think I can command the skillet to cook more swiftly just to meet his pressing departure schedule? I don't know how these things are done in the South Seas, but here in Limsa Lemensa, folk appreciate that fine cuisine cannot be rushed. Come now, Dove. You must not speak ill of the patrons. Now, what was on my list? Another fingerful sandwich for the dutiful sisters. Someone there must be rather fond of eggs. Alright. I should have done Fisherman's Guild last. No, I'm wasting time. Okay. Ready, bud. I'm ready. Let me inside. You know the drill. You know the drill. Here we go. Alright. Oh, this isn't where I'm supposed to be, is it? Alright. I just assumed come back to the guild. I wasn't listening, I guess. She said meet me somewhere. I just stored it as, obviously she's gonna want to meet in the guild. No. She's right outside. Welcome back, Meteor. I hope your skulking went well. Quite well. You might be an angel of death with the dagger's cult, but any rogue what shuns the shadows is headed for an early grave. A sneaky cove can nose about without risking a scrap, or slip himself into the best position to ambush a mark. Once they've seen you, though, your rum fun is done. Hiding is part concealment and part distraction, and you won't be disappearing on a cove that already knows you're there. Alright, I'm done prattling, and what'd you manage to learn about our musket-buying merchant friend? There's some bribing. Slipping coin to a ferry pilot, was he? And by what you heard from that chef at Bismarck, this traitor means to hop the twig, and soon. That matches me own findings. He's vacated his rooms at the inn, he's paid his dues in full. Being a merchant, we can be sure he won't be leaving without his merchandise. So here's the plan. We wait for him to sack his goods on the pier. Then you ghost and grabble them firearms. I'm hoping we can get the job done quiet and under the cover of Darkman's, but it would never hurt to be prepared for the worst. Sounds like he's got a small army of sellswords on the payout. Oh. Are you ready? Good. I'll send word to the Yellow Jackets and have 'em post a call near Harker's Alley. That way, you won't have far to bolt once you've bitten the goods. The mark should be along any moment, Meteor. Have you got your skulking boots on? Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for some skulking. These boots are made for skulking. And that's just what they'll do. All right. Easy. Easy. I was gonna talk to him. Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
You're not supposed to be here. I thought I ordered my hirelings to keep this jetty clear. 1, 2, 3. There's something missing. The crate of muskets. It's gone.
Where do you think I got it, huh? Where do you think I put it? Where do you think I'm storing your muskets?
Thief! Stop him! You useless sluggards! What am I paying you for?
Oh, yes. I've got his muskets next to my musket. Alright. Oh, the Kev's here. Hello. I don't know why we stealthed if we were just gonna kill all these guys anyway.
Thieves! Scoundrels! A bonus to the one who brings me their head. Thieves! Thieves! They're stealing my muskets! slink past any of the other sellswords when they're in your way and get them goods to the Yellow Jackets. I'll lead these coals on a merry chase. Meet in front of the guild once all is bar.
Okay. It's a long way to go. Alright, buddy. I'm gonna need you to look away while I get the muskets out. You are not gonna believe where I put them. Oh, yeah. Oh. Hi, these are our stolen muskets. They're so warm. Ugh. Well, the quartermaster will be pleased. It's not like I had a pocket. Alright. Got a long way back.
That turned Harry, didn't it, Colt? Get it? 'Cause you're Harry? Once you've reached the Yellow Jacket, though, the merchant called off his blades. Wise enough to cut his losses, I'll give him that. I'd say we're all done here. Let's head inside and tell Jack the Benny news.
I heard the sounds of fighting coming from outside, and now I've whittled the cause of it. I thought we were aiming for subtle on this job. Well, I had the muskets in my pants, and then I had to sneak by a bunch of dudes. That many swads was there. But you got the Yellow Jackets what they wanted, so all's well that ends well.
You're on your way to becoming a first-class rogue, Meteor. Aye, the job didn't unfold exactly as planned, but do you see the value of keeping out of sight? Skulking might seem slow, but it can save you time and a fair amount of bleeding in the long run.
Speaking of unexpected developments, I have a bit of bad news for you, Vakeb. I may have eaten your sandwich. I've searched high and low, but it seems some unprincipled cove has yaffled your sandwich. There were naught but crumbs to be found.
No! My sandwich! It was a Bismarck special. Do you know how much I was looking forward to that meal? My belly's about to cave in on itself.
'Tis a tragedy of the highest order, love. The absolute tippy tops. And you know I can't bear to see me rogues in such distress. So I gave Underfoot a special assignment. He should be back any moment now. With a freshly made Bismarck special finger sandwich.
You did that for me? You're not japing with me, are you, Jack? Oh, Jack.
This ain't no japing matter. 'Tis a guildmaster's responsibility to see that all his coves and morts are at their best for the job. 'Cause the job gets done.
Jack, there you are. I got that sandwich you ordered. And didn't the chef give me a waffle full when he said he was in a hurry? Maybe next time you could think twice before you yaffle a fellow rogue sub. Oh, bollocks.
Jack, did you eat my supper? Now, lass, let's not be hasty. There's a fresh, new sandwich right here for you. No harm done, eh? You've cloyed something that belongs to me, Jack. And I can't ignore the code.
The code. We mustn't ignore the code. You're having a laugh, aren't you, lass? Lass? Ah! Oh no, that might be the swiftest string up I've ever seen.
A punishment to fit the crime. Take a good long look, Meteor. The code exists to preserve peace in Limsa, to keep the alleys from running red with blood. This city is my home, and I'll draw daggers on any cove fool enough to threaten that peace.
Oh, a pointed lesson. What's that inside, eh? Your sandwich will get cold. Hey, do you mean to leave me here all night? At least give me a grand view of the harbor. Oh, it's piss. These ropes are tight. They're so tight.
And now, we find ourselves indebted to the Rogues Guild. The Rogues Guild. Oh my. Oh, that is just totally unacceptable. The impropriety of it all. Would that I could see them occupying a cell next to those thieving pirates.